I'm back. Yeah, time for some reviews. In 2015, here we go. Ha ha. Hey, hey, hey. Maria, where's my pants?
Welcome back to Little Piece of the Music for the Females by the It's perfect. Welcome back, my little T-Cells. And today I'm going to show you a review of a custom that I got from Rex Basha. He does customs of pretty much any figure you want. He can do it. You just tell him which one you want, the style, the era, and he'll make the figure. This one I got a few years ago. It's the Anti-Monitor, from based off of the DC universe. I've always wanted a jumbo Anti-Monitor ever since they made one from DC Direct. And of course, a few years ago, 2009, San Diego Comic Con, Mattel did one, but they raffled it off. It was 30 inches tall, and they only made, I think, 6 of them, maybe 8. 2 of them went to, like, I guess, employees they really wanted. But I think the main number that they raffled off was, excuse me, 8. So you had to be there. You had to collect all these points from the Infinite Earths figures that they were selling at the time, which is supposed to be like the 3 3/4 inch, supposed to be like almost like equivalent to the Marvel universe or Marvel type figures that they were doing at the time. Also, it didn't really last that long, so it's kind of like a bummer that one of the biggest figures that they could have sold to, you know, customers and stuff, they raffled off. And the line is, well, the line's been finished for years now. So I had Rex make me a custom Anti-Monitor. Now this Anti-Monitor is based off of this Marvel Universe, was it Ultimate Battles or something like that? Sentinel. So it's the second Sentinel that was done by, from Marvel that this figure is based off of, because the first one is a Build-A-Figure, so the other one is just made with electronics straight out and came from a mini small 3 3/4 inch figure. Alright, so the paint job is pretty well done. The sculpting is really well. I like the way he did the eyes. He did the eyes like it's like two stars. Like he always had like these, like, you know, his eyes were all black and he had this like star, like a burning star, like in his eyes type thing. He didn't have pupils and stuff, of course. He used a metallic blue paint, so he does have kind of a bit of a shine to him, which I like. So it's not too much. A little more would have been cool, but it's okay. It's just the right amount that it kind of catches the light and stuff. Even in his arms and stuff, the way he painted it and like the lines he did in the actual figure and stuff, it does, like the silver he used is a nice kind of like armor type, like it looks like a metal, but it's not over shiny. It's not super shiny metal. It's just like a solid kind of metal type thing. A little bit more shine to the metal would have been nice also, but I do like it. It's not over the top and it's subtle enough. And it just really blends in. Like when I put this figure next to like another figure and stuff, some people are wondering when they made this figure, and they never did. But he's pretty much looks like something that would have been like a production figure. So the articulation pretty much works the same as that figure. If you guys have that Sentinel, there's no head articulation in this, but you can tell it's just really, really well done. And it's sculpted. Here's the side. He has all the tubings in the back and everything. He's still as heavy as the Sentinel, so I'm guessing that he must have left the batteries in there, or it just is just the figure was a heavy plastic figure, so he probably took out the batteries. But the figure itself, if you have the Sentinel from the Marvel Universe, you know how heavy he is. So there's another other side of him. So articulation works pretty much the same. He has articulation at the shoulders. I haven't moved this guy in a while. He can raise his hands up, which is very important for him to do that pose. Of course, he has double the elbow. He has a little bit articulation in the wrists. He has this waist swivel still, and he has the leg articulation. Still has a swivel in the knee and the upper thigh. Can go outwards. Still has the double jointed knees. You can bend it like this. Like I said, I haven't moved this figure in a while, but he still moves. He's still articulated just like the other figure would be. I only have to hold this guy up. He's so big, and he still has like articulation at the foot. What I really like is the way the sculpting was, the way he did the tubing, and he even did the knuckles and everything like that. I'm wondering if I have the Sentinel that I can compare it to. Still, I may have sold him just to give you a exact idea of what he did and how he did it. Let me see if I can find that. Yay! You're in luck, my little TCLs. He's very easy to find. Wasn't in a hard place, I guess. Hey, I got him. So here's the exact look at what he did, so you can get a great idea that he basically took this figure and turned it into this, and you can tell the work that went into it, of how he managed to transform the Sentinel into Anti-Monitor. Like, just you just see the back. Of course, this rubber piece, I believe, does come off and gives a smoother body, but you can just tell by the detail and the sculpting he did to build this figure. A lot of work went into this figure. So much that he even got rid of the wiring here at the bottom that you will see here in the Sentinel. I don't know how he did that. I really don't know how he got rid of the wiring here. I can see how, well, of course he like casted the mold and stuff over here and stuff to hide the wires in his arms and stuff, but it's just astonishing the difference between taking this and make it into this, and it looks exactly like the comic book, and it's the way I wanted it. Not the one that DC Classics did to build a figure, which really wasn't that big, and was like the updated version of him at the time, based on the Blackest Night story. I wanted the original classic. Now we're going to do before and after, because I still have this Anti-Monitor. So here we have the Anti-Monitor from DC Direct at the time they were called, and you can see it's pretty much like dead on again, side to side, the back. He pretty much nailed it. Even more so, I think, even a little bit better than I would have expected. Even the top part of his head, he nailed the details right down to the T, to where all the cords and cables are and everything like that. We can even do another comparison here after the prototype. Small little prototype from the DC Infinite's line. So you can tell I kind of like Anti-Monitor. That's why I'm hoping, hint hint, DC Collectibles, you guys aren't shy when it comes to making figures of any size. Anti-Monitor would be great, or even Jack specific. Like, you know, let them do it. Let them build another. You still have the mold, and just do a 30-inch Anti-Monitor. I will buy it. I'm sure a lot of people will buy it too. There's been a few requests for Anti-Monitor, and now's a great time to have them, because the storyline that's going on right now in DC Universe is Darkseid versus the Anti-Monitor. I know it may not look like the classics, but at least it's a good time for them to get this figure out there, because he's popular and he's out there now. He's readers are reading up about him again, and he's back in the spotlight. So it's a perfect time. Here's a comparison of Anti-Monitor next to a DC Universe figure. So you can see the height comparison is pretty much it really matches what I'm trying to say. It's not too far off. Makes him more menacing. Like I said, I would mind the taller Anti-Monitor like in the comic books, but at the beginning he was around this size before he consumed a lot more power and increase in his height and strength. So this is how the anti-monitor is next to my figures in comparison. So if you like, if you want a custom done of a figure, or even something even at this size, maybe even bigger, who knows. Rex is on Facebook. Rex, his name's Rex Baja. You can look him up, send him a message, tell him what you're looking for. He'll tell you, he'll ask you which error, whatever questions he has, price, whatever, and stuff like that, and then you can go from there. He's been making, recently he did a fantastic job on some DC Justice League of America Hulk looking characters. So basically he turned Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman into like Hulks, made them look like Hulks. So it's like Hulks with ripped up costumes of, like, you know, Green Lantern. Like, just imagine Green Lantern turned into the Hulk. So he's done figures like that, and among other things. Alright, so like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to think, I have other customs for him. It wasn't just this one, by the way. I did have him do Prometheus, which I don't know why we've never gotten, because he was a major villain. Vixen, Felix Faust, one of my favorite evil mages, and another reason why we still don't have a Felix Faust in 6th, I don't know why. And he did a Red Hood for me too, which I think in my other video I did a comparison of the custom Red Hood at that time, to show you just what he just done. If you like what you see, check him out. I'll be coming back with more videos, other stuff, of course, in the future, as always, when Leticios, because, hey, it's all about toys, all about fun. So, until next time, take care and keep playing. Ciao.